Now, PewDiePie, if you may have noticed, only uploads when he's got a sponsor lined up. It's very obvious. It's only when he has a sponsor lined up. Like, for example, this sponsor was Incogni. And then he's probably got a sponsor for this one as well. Data plans. Yep, my goat. He only comes out of retirement when there's money involved.
Maybe you're wondering, why is he wearing that cool hat?
It's because the tech overlords are listening.
Now I can finally say...
PewDiePie's running out of money. He might actually be. He might actually be.
Google schmoogle. What are you gonna do, Google? You're completely powerless now. What's that? Google owns YouTube?
PewDiePie has wrinkles. Oh, he's getting old. Bring back when he played Slender Man and SCP. Containment breach, please.
I would Google that, but I literally can't. What are they gonna do? Censor this video? Demonetize it? Bury it under the algorithm so no one can find it? You're completely powerless, Google. You got nothing on me. So the past couple of weeks, I've completely de-Googled. I don't use any of Google's so-called free...
He aged really well. Like, PewDiePie always looked good, though. Always. Like, he's got the jawline and everything.
services. Except YouTube. I literally can't escape. It's surprisingly hot to wear a tinfoil hat. I don't know if you guys knew this. Well, you never worn a tinfoil hat before? Now, this all started...
He still looks good. No, he still looks great.
Because of privacy concerns. Being tracked with it, literally everything I do just feels kind of odd. Mainly because I wanted to also regain control over my software. And not to be at mercy of what the tech overlords decide to do just one day. But most importantly, I don't want to pay 20 bucks a year for 100 gigabyte storage.
Yeah, Google OneDrive is actually the biggest scam imaginable, dude. Like, I had to buy like a 2 terabyte one for doing main channel videos, like uploading all that Fear and Hunger footage. Bruh.
Not happening. I realized since swapping to Linux, my life has just been going upwards. I'm practically ascending next step. But I realized there's always an open source alternative, and a lot of times they're better. They just don't have $1 billion budget to market themselves. So I went down the de-Google rabbit hole, and I want to share what I learned, because by the end of this, once you know what I know, bro, you're gonna want one of these cool hats as well. So let's go through the de-Googleization. I want to be honest and share what I think you should absolutely change, and maybe what was more hassle than worth. Number 1, your search engine. Change your search engine right now. You can
Average millionaire when they get bored. Don't use Google.
do it now while I keep yapping. Just go to your browser settings, find the search default browser, and change it to DuckDuckGo. It's a search engine that doesn't track what you do. It just works. Boom. Maybe you prefer everything you do online to be tracked and logged. I don't know. Maybe you're in that ballpark. I think just most people are either oblivious or lazy. So I'm telling you now, don't be lazy. Number 2, your browser. When I told you to change your default search engine, you did not just do that inside of Google Chrome, did you? Say it ain't so. There are way better browsers out there. I use Firefox. It's kind of B tier, but you can log.
What are the goats? Notice how all the goats are furry ones, by the way. What the hell is mulch? There's a browser called mulch. Not ideal for a normal human. Is that onion? That's Tor, I think. Ungoogled. Solid. Firefox. DuckDuckGo. Oh, Firefox hardened.
Lock it down into S tier. A lot of people swear by Brave browser. I never tried it. My point is, this is super easy to change. And
Opera at the bottom. Where is it actually?
by Brave browser, I'm gonna beat.
Where's Opera? Bruh. It's over. Bruh, did he get sponsored by them at one point as well? The backstab needs to be documented.
Tier, but you can.
You got that? I love that though. YouTubers will like shill a sponsor. And then as soon as they're done, it's like, yeah, it sucks.
Lock it down into S tier. A lot of people swear by Brave browser. I never tried it. My point is, this is super easy to change. And have you ever thought why browsers are free to begin with? Why is Microsoft so... Why do they want you to use their browser so goddamn badly, you know? Why do they all make it free for you? Could it be because they track everything you do online and sell or trade your data? What?
I mean, yeah, using incognito mode doesn't protect you from being tracked. It's literally just like your search history isn't saved on the computer. That's it.
What do you mean? They don't make this out of the goodness in their heart? You telling me Google isn't just $1 trillion charity? What? I found online that in 2023, Google paid Apple to be their default search browser in Safari. Guess how much? 20 billion. Jesus Christ.
Damn.
They definitely want you to use Google. So just don't. It will take you 2 minutes.
Wanting to pay for a browser is cucked. Yeah, but like at the same time, browsers are free because they collect all your data. That's why most stuff is free.
Go do it. Number 3, the third
I would rather pay like $20 for a browser, like one-time fee, and then just complete privacy.
thing I changed. Like many of you, I've been using Google Mail for years and years and years. And apparently up until 2017, that's when they stopped scanning your emails to serve you ads. So now Gmail is a little less creepy, you know, but if you think about it, it is probably the most invasive service that they run. Like, and there are free alternatives out there like Proton. I haven't tried it out. I just send this bitch and get my own email. I paid a small fee.
99% of people don't care if they take data. Yeah, most people don't care.
It was fiddly as hell. But at least people won't think I'm
But then there's some people that appreciate like complete privacy and stuff.
poor and have like Google Schmoogle in my ad domain. Number 4, with me de-Googling lately, I realize it's time for me to de something else. I don't want to say the joke. Anyway, I started working with G Fuel 6 years ago. G Fuel sponsor!
You are the last YouTuber to work with G Fuel, by the way.
We created the greatest flavor of all time, G Fuel Lingonberry.
Lingonberry is out and it's really, really good. Honestly, I'm so proud of this flavor.
Yuzu Slash. Legendary moment. Yuzu Slash, baby. Sour green PewDiePie. So many great memories.
Why is it like he died or something?
So many great slurps. So many great memes. But it's finally time to retire this guy. Sayonara, Jifu-san. Because we're introducing a new tub! And t-shirt! Same energy, new armor.
Very happy for you, not buying it though.
Get the collector's box. You get the t-shirt and the new tub. You don't want to be tubless. This
Bro has 2 ads in this video. How does he do it? A 20-minute video and you got 2 ads. Is this a podcast?
I have a Google phone. God damn it. Everything is Google. It's crazy. I didn't realize this how deep I've been swept into this ecosystem without realizing it. My goddamn TV is Google. I thought it was a Sony TV. You know, open up, it's like Google TV. How did that happen? I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm supposed to be enamored by the phone, how amazing it is with its incredible hardware and how powerful it is. But if it's so great, then why do I feel like I'm the product? Huh? I hate my phone. Notifications just feel like they're there to suck me in, not to tell me anything useful. All these apps and features. I feel like my attention span is just getting mushed the more I use my phone. I hate it. It's just one big giant distraction device. So I have a Pixel 9 and it is a good phone and I already own it. So instead of switching it out to like a dumb phone or something like that I know a lot of people do, I want to install a custom OS on it. There was a lot of them to choose from, but I opted for Graphene.
He made his own OS just to avoid making Minecraft videos. That is crazy.
Mainly because it felt like the biggest point the finger to Google, you know? It's an operating system focused on privacy and security. Apparently so much so that even Edward Cullen uses it. Did I get that right? I would Google it, but I can't. But here's the thing, okay? For some reason, I feel like I'm the crazy one.
Thank you, Reese, for the 35 months. Damn. How am I doing? I'm good, thank you.
What?
Hope you're doing well.
Why do you want to Google
Temple OS works.
so bad, huh? What do you got to hide, huh? This guy got graphene on his phone. What's up with that? I feel a little judged, okay? But after using graphene, I realize, no, this is how it should be. I'm
But
How
the
much
crazy
do you
one.
play Five Nights at Freddy's 1 after this reaction video? Today is the day.
$10,000. $10,000 and I play FNAF 1.
There's a few features on graphene that I really like, and these are just
Thank you, Birmingham, for the 10.
to name a few. Especially with security, I really like how they amped it up, but the fact that I close an app on graphene and it closes the app. Crazy.
Yeah, it never closes, right? It always just runs in the background when you actually close an app.
A lot of times on your phone, if you think you've closed an app, but in reality, running in the background and still tracking whatever it is they want to, graphene, nuke that shit. It's gone. Such a crazy concept, right? I'm the crazy one. Number 2, I control exactly what the app has access to. You can use file or storage scopes, I think it's called. And if I want to give an app access to a certain type of files, I pick which folder. not the entire device, as it should be. Not some vague little pop-up going like, hey, do you want to
My grandfather watches your content and I'm 26. Base granddad, tell him I said hi.
give them access to this? No, complete control. Number 3, whenever you install an app on Graphene, it asks you before installing it, hey, do you want to give this app access to your internet? Because a lot of times the answer is, heck no. Not happening. I realized I was trying desperately to find a keyboard that has Japanese, Swedish, and English. I really
His granddad is 27.
like the Swift kind of typing, you know? I just couldn't find an open source alternative, and I was like, what do I do? And then I realized the alternative is Microsoft or Google, okay? And I realized the keyboard that they offer is connected to the internet. Why? Why? Imagine you bought a physical keyboard and it was secretly connected to the internet, sending big tech everything you typed. We're not doing anything weird, just trust us, bro. It's so messed up. On Graphene, I still have the option, and if I want to take a Google app, I can starve it, put it in one of those. I still don't like that I use a Google app, but
It feels like a multi-layered ad. No, I looked at the description. The ad is for like a data plan. It's nothing to do with what he's shilling.
no, actually, it's good. Google is at my mercy for once. Feels good. Another feature that I think is kind of obvious and most people would appreciate, but there was a 4th hidden feature on Graphene that I love. That it is not a feature, but for me, it ended up being one. Like I talked about in the beginning, it feels a lot of times when I use a phone,
Fun fact,
it's
someone took a TBH clip of you, Dolan, and the old man, claiming y'all hate Hassan and align with alt-right creators, Asman, Sneeko, Tobuscus, Ect, on the socialist gaming subreddit. It's so funny cause her entire fanbase is furries and trans women.
My entire fan base is furries and trans women. Yeah, you're probably half right, actually. I think I know the clip you're on about as well, and it's funny because OP got absolutely roasted in the comments. They were like, Pyro said nothing here. Like, you're just so obviously trying to start something. Yeah, that was actually a backfire Reddit moment. Unlucky.
such a distraction. There are some apps that you probably have to use. Maybe it's for work or because of friends and you want to connect. Whatever, you're gonna have to use certain apps that you don't really want to use. So I decided to put all those apps, and you can do this as well actually, on a different profile. The good thing about Graphene is that on a different profile, all these apps are contained in that profile. They can't connect to anything else on my phone or run in the background or anything like that. That's what's great about Graphene, and that's why, to me, it felt like a good solution with all the apps that I don't want to use.
My name is Grandad and my lifelong dream is for you to play Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Please, you wouldn't disappoint me now, will you?
Grandad, hello. Thank you for the $10. Sadly, that is not $10,000, so I cannot play Five Nights at Freddy's 1.
But what this ended up doing was that, okay, now I need to use this app that I don't like to use. It feels intentional going there. I don't even see these apps when I use my phone on a regular basis. And it made it so that my phone starts feeling like it's serving me again, like an actual useful tool that it supposedly is, right? So yeah, huge fan.
I like when you reach that point at PewDiePie where you're basically semi-retired. It's like you make models of mecha and then you make your own OS because there's just nothing else to do.
I'm so glad I swapped out.
Like, I know that sounds like a snide thing, but it's kind of genius, like how he's able to explore other things that he wants to do, because obviously he's raising a kid, he's married, but like he's not on that YouTube grind anymore. So he's like, you know, it's really funny because when a lot of YouTubers quit, they kind of just wake up and they think, what do I actually do now? I'm not Google's bitch boy. I don't know. I'm gonna smoke some Fent.
It's probably the best thing I did so far, but it gets better.
Well, no, he didn't make it. He customized it to his own, yeah.
Okay, I had to ride this couple weeks. I tell you what. Number, is it 6?
No, he's customizing the app. He's customizing the app. He didn't make the app.
6 or 5? I don't. Fuck, I lost count. Anyway, password managers.
Dementia.
What do you mean password 123 isn't gonna cut it? I hate password managers. Why? Because they cost 67 pounds. To host a 5 kilobyte size document? I don't think so. There's all videos of me just doxing
I don't know why people use password managers, because you always hear that they get hacked.
myself for being cheap. It's not
Just like, you know what the worst thing is? I remember Quebblecop telling me this. Just get all your passwords on like a sheet of paper. There you go. Easy.
happening.
Like an actual sheet of paper.
I'm not paying that. I almost had a heart attack when I found out. I'm paying what? But you need a password manager. That's just the reality of today. I thought I was so smart. I was like, okay, fine. I don't need to do this. I'm running Linux. I downloaded a backup, I made it into an HTML, and then I encrypted it. And then I had an alias, so I unencrypt it when I need to use it, and then quickly encrypt it. Is it unencrypt or decrypt? It doesn't matter. Bada bing, bada boom, I saved myself 67 pounds. If I live for, I don't know, 30, 40...
Who is doing all that though, bro? Come on, who is doing all that?
50 years, that's like, I saved myself a lot of money. Multimillionaire is a cheap ass. .mp4, that's what I should call this. But then I realized I need this file on other devices.
I remember seeing this video, like Pirate Software trying to explain how he's shown his password on stream and it's just a picture of like Family Guy or something. And apparently that activated his brain to know the password. It's like, what?
I need it on my phone and my laptop. And what if I go abroad? And that's when I discovered glorious SH, self-hosting. I can just host this on another device. I feel like ever since I did my Linux video, so many comments have been like, just wait until it discovers self-hosting. It's gonna be game over. And yet you were right, okay? I started off on a Raspberry Pi 5. This thing is relatively cheap. It's got Ethernet, it runs on low power, and it's
Whenever I hear someone mention Raspberry Pi, I know for a fact they have Linux, and they will not shut up about it on Reddit.
Powerful for its size. Can do more than enough for what I wanted to do. I found an open source alternative, which is Vault Warden. You can host your own password manager, basically. The problem was, I have no clue what the heck I'm doing. What is a reverse proxy? What do you mean I can't just put my IP address in my browser and be done with it? The Vault Warden is so secure that it wouldn't let me connect to it unless I set it up properly. Every time I thought I did it, I kept seeing the spinny circle, and I saw that circle for 2 goddamn days. But once it finally worked, magic. I have done it. I had saved myself 67 pounds.
All of this cope. I like how he is one of the richest YouTubers, and the cope to save 67 a year. I really respect it.
Tears running down my eyes. It was beautiful. My first
saying goodbye to your boyfriend. No, saying goodnight to my dad because he's very tired and he's going to bed.
Successful self-host. My God. No more subscriptions. No more syncing drama. Just my own secure vault. It felt like I was finally breaking out of the matrix for real. And the thing is, once you start understanding how this works, it's really not that bad. If anything, it became super fun because with compatibility layers like Docker, you can so easily just pick and choose what open source software you want to download, keep trying out different ones. The world is your oyster. Just pluck them from the trees and everything just works. So I needed a note-taking app. I found one called Yoplin. That's how you say that, Yoplin. It had a desktop app and a phone app, which is exactly what I wanted. But when I installed Yoplin...
All this just to avoid the text document on his computer.
This is where things got weird. Do not judge me here, okay? This is... You can probably relate to this, actually.
I have not related to anything you've said in this video at all, but please continue.
Have you ever been so lazy that you try and find another alternative, but then that leads you on a road that was 10 times more complicated than just not being lazy? The image that I was trying to install on my Pi was not compatible. It was 86 by 64. This is ARM-based structure. It doesn't matter. Not compatible. I can just find another one. But I thought, hey, why don't I just quickly install this on something that does run 86 by 4? And I look around and I'm like, oh. Well. My Steam Deck.
You are the one. Bro, I have a Steam Deck. It doesn't even turn on anymore. Gabe Null scammed me. I think I didn't turn it on for like a year, so the lithium battery just died, and it won't charge now.
Runs 86 by 64. So you may be asking...
What do you mean lies for no reason? What does that mean?
Felix, did you use your portable handheld gaming console to host your note-taking app? Yes, but it gets worse.
Replace it. Just buy another one? No.
Actually, Steam runs Linux. Beautiful. It actually runs Arch, which is the distro I use on my desktop. Match made in heaven. But I thought to myself, well, it's filled with...
Blaming Gabe for your own fuck up. Oh, sorry, I didn't boot up my Steam Deck to play Deltarune every morning to keep it alive. My bad.
With all this like Steam...
So I forgot about it. I wanted to use it again. It's dead. It's not my fault.
I should probably uninstall Arch so I can then install Arch. I don't know what's wrong with me. Don't ask. And I did this, of course, just so I wouldn't have to find another image of my note-taking app. But anyway, it works. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. Now I got my notes app running beautifully. Number 7 or...
You should retitle the video to Millionaire Procrastination. Because he's just doing anything in his power to not give people with more money than him money.
8. It was time to say goodbye.
It's so much effort for no reason. It's security, but also, I guess with him, it's kind of like principle. Because to be fair, imagine like how many of you right now, you're probably subscribed to some kind of service or some streaming platform, for example, that you just don't really use that much. And I've noticed this with a lot of like pay per month services. They kind of want you to forget that you're using them. Just so they're kind of leeching money out of you every month.
Google Drive. Goodbye, Jotaro. $20 for 100 gig? I don't think so. I'm not gonna pay you to hold.
The only thing I sub to is Spotify. Yeah, it's, again, there's just not really an alternative, is there?
My data hostage forever. Not happening. What if I live for another 600 years? Think about how much money that's gonna be to Google. No more subscription than subscriptions.
Bro, don't guilt trip me about my dad.
Instead of Google Drive, I set up file browser. The thing that bothers me about all these free online storages that gives you a certain amount at least is that, first of all, it's...
What do you mean streamers when they have to stream? And you got a fucking Cruelty Squad profile, Psycho Patrol R profile picture. Mods, timeout Fug Nug for 5 minutes for that comment. For that comment. That one was too snide.
It's not safe. Second of all, I don't know what they're doing with that.
What do you mean, GG? He says GG when he gets banned.
Thirdly, I hate how it's used. I don't know if you can relate to this. Maybe it's just like a me problem, but let's say I've gone outside computer and then all of a sudden internet goes down and I'm like, what happened? And then it's like, oh yeah, my Google Drive decided to back up every single photo and video I've ever taken. And it's like, I don't want that. I want certain images. Let me pick those first. And I don't want you to suck up my entire bandwidth. With File Browser, I can throttle the speed and I can do it when I want to, which files I want to. I went a little nerdy and overboard, surprise. And I wrote a bunch of aliases and shell functions so that I can define push or pull to download or upload, which device, my phone, laptop, desktop, deck, and which subfolder. And I do all this.
Work at your... oh, this is a clever one. Work at your ISP and delete your own data. Life hack. Okay, so I'll just get a job for like Virgin or like BT. Great job. Okay, that's a good idea. I'm going to quit YouTube tomorrow.
With glorious SSH.
Define brother. Okay, there's this guy in chat called Alex Melendez, and he's like, I'm not sure if he's in a coma or something, or he's got like a bot ran for him, but he's just been saying sentence fragments like the past 4 hours straight. He just kept saying Reddit over and over, and now he's saying define brother. Define who? Define brother.
It actually solved
That was like actually the funniest iDubbbz joke ever. Genuinely, define brother.
another problem for me, which is always sharing files between my phone and my desktop. I never know how to do it. Apparently, I didn't know this. I feel like everyone is tuning out because I'm talking about SSH again. But you can run it on your phone. Look, I'm connected. And then I thought, fuck, and now I gotta do an
It's like the one autistic friend with his hyperfixation. He just keeps showing everyone.
opposite script on my phone. But then I realized I can just connect to my desktop to run the script. It doesn't matter, okay? It's cool. Just trust me, it's cool. Number 9. AI.
Ah, that nostalgic little noise. Bring it back. You guys should listen to Nero's Day at Disneyland. That song's actually a bit of a banger, sadly. Blade would definitely steal some of that.
Hey, we have to talk about AI. I don't know about you, but I don't like using AI. It feels like I'm kneeling directly to the tech overlords. And not to mention the goddamn subscription.
Oh, soul. We don't know how good we had it until it was gone.
Fees. I feel like I'm spoon feeding the machine that has stolen all my data, more of my data. Here you go. Nice and fat. Here you go. Not happening. But I got curious and, you know...
Wait, you said fat, hang on.
I built my own computer not long ago and I spent a lot of money on it. Why don't I just see if I can run it myself? It's a beast. So I set up a local language model called Mixtral. Emphasis on local, which means it runs on my computer completely offline. It's beautiful. Now I can search whatever I want. And I can ask it dumb questions like, why is my left toe bigger than my right toe? And no one knows about it. Not Google, not AI overlords, not even you. Step 10. How many steps are there?
He set all that up like a private AI just to ask it about anime. That's crazy.
And we have so much left. PDFs, Google Docs, calendar, contacts. I was honestly getting a little tired at this point to try and find an alternative to all of these, but that's when I discovered Nextcloud. It's an open source self-host beast, and it does all of this for you. Maybe there are better singular alternatives, but the fact that I can get all of this baked in one was exactly what I needed. And just one quick install and it was done. I was completely out of Google and it felt amazing. Finally, I'm free. From here on is when I needed to tighten things up a little bit. I actually bought a domain. I know, I paid a subscription
Oh, fuck Knuckers back. Great.
fee. But it's worth it. If you're self-hosting, it's actually worth it because you can get a domain for $5 a year. It means I can get better security features.
Notice how you zoned out throughout the whole video, then jumped when you heard the word fat. Just sad, man. Yeah, mods, timeout Daya Reel for 10 minutes. I'm gonna single out one of you. I'm gonna double the time. I've had enough of this. I've had enough of this harassment, this abuse.
And I can put all these services in subdomains, so like docs.mysubdomain.com and password.mysubdomain.com, like all these different things I made, I can access easily.
The next video, he's actually gonna say he started his own bank.
I don't have to type my IP address for each one. And I started to tighten down the security as well, especially because I was looking online. I'm like, I'm getting a lot of bots that are pinging me. I don't like this. Everything is locked in with the password already, but I added another layer of zero trust, so you can't access anything unless you have another login. I locked in my IP address with Tailscale. Beautiful Tailscale. I could make a whole video.
You can tell, I love this, man. You can tell that this is just his hobby he's picked up. He is fully fixated. It's great.
I had a fail to ban. It was definitely worth spending some time locking things down. And I think I found a good balance of it being secure, but also not like a huge hassle every time you want to access either. Now, swapping out all these Google services, there's one that I just can't escape. And I don't mean YouTube. There's one that sucked the most to get rid of, and that was actually Google Maps. Because Google tracks you so well, it is so good at predicting traffic. And since I drive a lot in Tokyo, I really rely on that to get to places on time. You can't be late in Japan. It's like
I could so imagine he'd just end up like being petty and using like the Uber map or something.
a death
He just signed himself up as a driver.
sentence. The first time I used my open source alternative, I ended up 30 minutes late. And that's when I realized, hey, maybe Big Brother tracking everything isn't so bad. Maybe surveillance hasn't perked.
He bought his own satellite.
But I stuck to my de-googling, and the best alternative I found was just using my car's GPS. It's
Just the cope.
it has all this Japanese services built in anyway.
Oh, so I need a Japanese car. Okay, thanks, Felix. Appreciate it.
I ended up using my Pi to replace my Google TV, and I'm running Kodi on that. I haven't really fully set it up yet, so not much to say
It's really funny because he was successful and famous because of YouTube, and now he's doing everything in his power to not give them money.
about it. And you may remember I'm doing all of this on my Steam Deck. I added a
Just play Five Nights at Freddy's 1, bruh. It's only midnight and 4 hours straight is nothing. Boo-hoo. Time to man up, my friend.
I will play it soon. I will play it soon, I promise. Thank you for the 10 play FNAF 1.
extension so I can plug it into Ethernet. That way it runs on less power. It runs completely headless, and I can monitor all of it on my safe network system that I have. But then I thought it'd be kind of cool to use the display so I can use that for monitoring. I ran Tmux and BTOP on it, and it looks so cool. You know, this all started because I wanted to
Bro, it looks like the Cyberpunk menu. Oh my soy.
Google and try
Oh my science.
what that was like. And by the end of it, my Steam Deck looks like it's a detonator for a bomb or something like that. And before you ask, yes, I can still game on it, all right?
What games do you have? Split Fiction, fair enough. Cyberpunk based.
Run.
Doom Eternal based. Dark Ages, kind of mid, unfortunately.
Hey,
2% of
no
my CPU.
offense,
It's like
but
this
could you
weird
not
home
react
lab
to the
abomination
videos
at this
like the-
point. But I love it. I love looking at it. I got it sitting next on my desk. It's just a vibe, man. Every time I see it, I'm happy. Another fact that I like using my Steam Deck is the fact that I can just use whatever I have around me. People have these like super sick home lab setups, which are awesome. I get it, but my point with this is that if you wanted to de-Google, you can use whatever you have at your disposal. It shouldn't cost you any extra money. Like, I'm not gonna pretend that Steam Deck is the ultimate
College professor Steam Deck.
self-host device. You're probably better off using a Pi, but maybe you have some device laying around at home that you can run Linux on. Bring it back to life, you know, instead of throwing it away. And I hate to be.
Can I run Linux off this? Chat, can I run Linux off this? Does anyone know? Please someone get back to me if I can run Linux off that. Cheers.
Be that guy, but it's better for the environment. Yes, it's a lot of tinkering, but you learn a lot. And by the end of it, it's done. Like, I don't have to touch it.
Can I run Linux off the cabbage with the Roblox face? Can I do that?
Google's mantra is don't be evil, but I still think they have a lot to do to qualify for that title. I feel like on your phone you have all these settings with privacy and give permissions and all these things that they ask you. But it kind of feels like one of those toys that Björn has that it's just like a bunch of buttons that doesn't actually do anything. Unless you go all the way with privacy, it doesn't mean anything. Don't call it privacy. And for me, it's not even necessarily about Google. I think it's more about big tech in general. I hate where software is going. Unnecessary subscriptions, ads, locking, updates changing the entire UI because you're more prone somehow.
Do you have autism or ADHD? What do you think? It should be pretty obvious.
How to get more locked in. With YouTube, you know, it's been constantly changing for years and years and years just because they figured.
You had to put in the video of Ray William Johnson throwing the black baby. That is like an infamous clip. Someone put that in on purpose. Someone definitely put that in on purpose.
They figured this is the best way to suck you in. If I host my own apps, there's none of that. So now I got my own home lab abomination and I love it. I'm finally free from the tech overlords. It was 100%.
He says as he uploads the video onto YouTube.
100% worth it. And look, bro, I made you one too. You've earned it. Here you go, bro.
Thank
so
you.
You can run Linux on Cabby but cannot run Five Nights at Freddy's 1. No excuse. Time
I will
to
play
man up.
FNAF. I will play it. I can't do it today though, bro. Like, I'm tired. It's midnight. I'm an old man.
This video is
I need to take my joint meds.
sponsored by Sailor.
Not watching that. Thank you for the update, Felix. Not watching another ad read. Already sat through the G Fuel one.